Today's video will be going over string compression 3. This is the Leetcode problem of the day. It's categorized as medium, even though it's relatively easy. So, given a string word, compress it using the following algorithm. Begin with an empty string comp. While the word is not empty, use the following operations. So, we're going to remove the maximum length of prefix word made of a single character C, repeating at most 9 times. This will be shown in the next slide as an example, so you'll understand. And we'll append the length of the prefix followed by C to comp. And then at the end, we're going to return the string comp. This is easier to visualize. So if we're given like a word A, B, C, D, E, there's only one A until it arrives at B. So say 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E. So initially comp was an empty string, and we're just going to keep performing these operations as we're going through the word. And we're going to be choosing the A, B, C, D, E as the prefix, and then we're going to append the amount of times that it contiguously is seen at the beginning in the combined output. A better visual will be what they mean by the number 9. So as you can see here, if there's more than 9 A's, it's going to stop at 9A, and then it's going to append that to the output string, and then it'll continue as if it's a different letter. So I'll be counting 5 more A's after, so then be 5A, then 2B. So yeah, it gives it pretty much the entire explanation here under for append 9 followed by an A, prefix A, append 5 followed by an A, for prefix BB, appends a 2 followed by B. So pretty much just appending like the amount of times you've seen the letter after the count. And if it's ever 9, then you would just stop it right there and treat the next count of the same letter as its own output string. So why don't we get into the code? So this is the starter code it gives you on Leetcode. So you're given a string word, and you have to create the method compress string. First, we'll make a result string that we're gonna output. So we're gonna have a count, and then we're gonna start it off with a character, starting at the initial character of word, which would have been like A if it was A, B, C, D, E. And then we'll loop through all of the letters in the word. And if we ever encounter a count that's equal to 9, we'll append 9 plus the current and reset the count so that in the next repeated letters, if it's still an A as well, if there were 9 A's, then it would count it as a new character. And if we ever encounter a situation where it's a different character, we'll just append what we know currently. So if it was A, B, C, D, E, if we already had a count of A, it would just append the 1. Since the count would have been 1, it would have initialized with 1. And it would just say 1A, and then it would append that to the result string, and then reset the count so we can start counting the new letters that are currently being viewed. In order to do that, we're going to just increment the count every single iteration, and then set the current word to whatever is at that position. Notice how we're starting the for loop at I equals 1, because we already know what the first letter is, as we needed that to be a baseline to make most of these conditions. And the last part is simply to just add the end of the word, the last character count, as this iteration is going to stop right on the last letter. So if it was A, B, C, D, E, second to reach E, it's not going to see a new character, so it wouldn't perform the second else if. So we need to have this final append at the end so that we can actually get the count 1E or whatever count is at the end of the string. We could optimize this so that it's using better Java specific syntax using a string builder. This just ensures that we get that time complexity of big O of n. If you want to look through this, you can. This is the solution I think Leetcode itself wanted. And yep, the time complexity is big O of n because we're only doing one pass through a for loop. Space complexity is also big O of n because that's the size of the result using string builder. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.